Welcome, everybody, to the PCC Institute for Health Professionals podcast. My name is Pete Wright, and I'm joined once again by the fantastic Erin Neff. Erin, how are you?
Great.
For those who don't remember, Erin is a healthcare interpreter over at Legacy. And last time we talked all about site translation. This time we're going to talk a little bit more about certification. Now, you know, we alluded to this last time we talked, that there were some changes to certification in interpreting, and the certification process is evolving. The required hours have gone up. I wonder if you could share your thoughts on just the importance of certification for healthcare interpreting. Why does it matter?
That's a great question. I think it's important for an interpreter to get certified because even though the Joint Commission doesn't require that, it does state that interpreters should be qualified. And the highest demonstration of qualification is through certification. It indicates that the interpreter is competent, committed to the ethics and standards of being a professional. And when you employ or contract a certified interpreter, you know that you can rely on that person for accuracy, following the code of ethics and standards. That's greater patient safety.
When you are in with a patient, what are your sort of ethical considerations that you have always sort of in the back of your mind?
Well, there's accuracy, repeating everything that's being said. Transparency, making sure that if you need to make a clarification, that everybody knows that that's going on and you're not having a side conversation with the patient. Professionalism, showing up on time, acting professionally in any moments of chaos or breakdown in communication, hostility. You know, you can come across all kinds of different things when you're interpreting. Accuracy. I don't know if I already mentioned that one. Not omitting or adding anything. Professional development. So making sure to stay up on your skills. Neutrality. That's a huge one.
What is that? What does that mean?
That's just remaining impartial. So regardless of how you feel about whatever conversation is going on, you're just there to say what each person is saying and not give your opinion. And that's very difficult for some people to do. So you really have to remain diplomatic and neutral.
Okay, so all of these concepts are involved in the certification process, right? In terms of taking these exams. Can you talk a little bit about the exam process?
Yes. So there are two national certification exams, and they both have a written component and an oral component. So the written component goes over lots of different things, the ethics, standards of practice, some medical terminology things. And then the oral test tests consecutive interpreting, simultaneous, site translation, and written translation.
Now, are these available in all languages?
Well, the written test, yes. Any language pair can take that first test, but the oral test is only available in certain languages depending on which organization you contact for the exam. So the two organizations that provide national certification are the Certification Commission for Healthcare Interpreters, and then the other one is called the National Board of Certification of Medical Interpreters. So the National Board offers their certification exam currently in Russian and Spanish, and they're close to providing the Mandarin, Cantonese, Korean, and Vietnamese languages. The Certification Commission offers their test in Arabic, Mandarin, and Spanish.
How do those two organizations work together? Are they competing certification bodies or complementary in some way?
They're completely separate. They both are recognized as credible, valid, reliable tests. They're both accredited through the National Commission for Certifying Agencies. They both test essentially on the same things. If you're if the interpreter doesn't know which one they should take, some interpreters take both. And some check with their state to see if maybe only one is recognized over the other. And so it just really depends on where they plan on working.
Okay. Now, in the state of Oregon, I know there have been, or I understand there have been some changes in certification leading into this year. Can you talk a little bit about that?
I think I know what you're talking about. I mean, I know that originally they only approved the national board. But now they also approve the certification commission as well.
And are encouraging, because you said earlier, the Joint Commission does not require interpreters to be certified, but
right.
Really,
but it's
there
really
is
encouraged.
A push. Yeah.
Yes, there is a push. There are a lot of, there are some places where all the interpreters are just going and getting it done because they value the profession. They want to show how committed they are to it. That this is a credible career, and they want to demonstrate their competence by getting certified. And I think it's wonderful.
Well, and you teased something out in our last conversation too, that the importance of certification really is about improved patient care and improved communication, and those things can only be more important as the years go by.
Yes.
So this is as always, it's a great conversation. Where do you go to actually take the exam? Are they offered at test centers or? Yes,
they're in test centers, and it depends on who you work with as to where those test centers are. And if you go to their websites, they'll tell you. There are different places throughout. Well, in Oregon, of course, there are different places here. So you just have to look it up and see when they have certain windows that they allow you to take the test.
Well, and we will put in the show notes, we will put the links to the National Board and to the Certification Commission as well to make sure folks have access to that information. And so, Erin, thank you so much, as always, for sitting down to chat with me about healthcare interpreting and certification. It's always a pleasure.
My pleasure. Yeah, I love this profession. I'm very passionate about it, and it's exciting. It's that we're on, kind of on the brink of this new thing. It's been kind of building for years, and now I feel like we're finally getting the recognition that we've been seeking for a long time, and it's we're getting recognized for what we do and the caliber of what we do, and I think that's great.
Excellent. Well, it's a treat to see it grow, and it's a treat to see the courses grow over at PCC Climb. This is fantastic. Make sure you head over to pcc.edu/climb/health/interpreting. You can learn everything you need to know about the PCC Climb Health Professionals interpreting courses that we offer there. And make sure to like us over at facebook.com, PCC Health Professionals, and search for us over at the iTunes store, the iTunes podcast directory. You can subscribe to this show for free and don't miss a single episode of Health Professional Goodness. We're thrilled to have you each week. On behalf of Erin Neff, my name is Pete Wright, and we'll catch you again next week on the PCC Institute for Health Professionals podcast.